new rules to real estate transactions that affect you as a buyer or seller. There's been many changes to the real estate industry lately, and in this video, I'm going to focus on competing offers and how that process has changed. The Toronto Real Estate Board has introduced some great informative videos if you are thinking of buying or selling. So the idea is to give more power to the sellers out there, as well as more transparency to buyers. The one thing that hasn't changed is all listing brokerages must continue to communicate the number of competing written offers to every prospective buyer who has made an offer. That's always been the rule. So the big thing that's changed now is if a seller directs in writing, the listing realtor must share the contents or parts of competing offers with every other person making an offer. Of course, personal information or any information that can be used to identify anyone in the transaction can't be shared. What this does is a seller can say, okay, if a competing offer comes in or multiple offers come in, then everyone is notified of, for example, the price. They can also state how many conditions there are. They can state what those conditions are about if they choose. So really, it is up to the seller what they want to disclose, or they just keep it as usual and they don't disclose anything. That's still an option as well. And the big thing to know about this now is the seller can decide this at any point during the offer process. So, for example, they're talking to the listing agent. They say, no, I don't want anything disclosed. They get 5 offers on the property. They say, you know what? Let's go ahead and disclose it. And the listing agent reveals what the seller wants to reveal. Then all of a sudden, the buyer agent's getting an email and they have all the information. Well, maybe their buyer didn't want that. And if they didn't put a non-disclosure in their offer, well, there's nothing they can really do. The information's out there. So that could really hurt the buyer if a surprise like that happens. Now, of course, we want to trust that listing agents will explain this to the sellers, and the sellers will have the common sense not to play those kind of tricks. And of course, that's a conversation every realtor needs to be having with our buyer clients is if you don't want this information released, we're going to have a non-disclosure in the offer regardless. That way, if the seller does change their mind, then the details of your offer are safe and they will not be disclosed. So this does add some choice to the seller and transparency for the buyers because everyone is different. There's some people out there who say, no way, I don't want anyone to know what my offer is. And some people will say, you know what, this is my best final offer. If someone wants to go ahead and beat it, then so be it, because I'm not going to pay any more than what I'm offering for that property anyways. Of course, the catch-22 is maybe that other person wouldn't have offered that much higher price than them if they didn't know what that price was. So really, there's no simple way of going about it. It's up to you as a seller if you want to disclose that to every competing offer. As the buyers out there, do you want your offer to be disclosed? So hopefully that made some sense. If you have any questions, drop a comment below or reach out to me directly and be happy to have a conversation on what's best for you at this time in the real estate market. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.